Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to ask you what you think. I know what I think. What you think would be the type of person, or the behaviors, of a person who has set somebody up to do this. Okay, or say, how you see it all around, whatever way you see it. That happened to Adam and I just last night. And it was, as Adam put it, I said his words, he offered this up. I have never known him to be this way before. But, well, let me say what he described, what he thought might happen if we hadn't turned around. Okay, and this kind of, scary. His word for what he felt was fright. Fright. Okay, I couldn't feel fright. I couldn't feel anything. I mean, I could, and did somewhat, but not to the degree that normally would happen, because I was too busy trying to get us out of there without us being killed. Okay, I'm starting to wonder if my response has been, there's just been so much that I don't have that major response in those kinds of situations as I do in another one that happened yesterday. Let me go just say the other one that happened early in the morning. Adam and I went, not early in the morning, but we decided to go yesterday, Saturday, Labor Day weekend. He decided he wanted to go with me to do these food deliveries. Like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, these kinds of things. And I'm doing it for my health. Each video is a new video for my health insurance, so I'm just going to leave that there and move on. But, he goes with me for safety. He's a little bit older than I. And he also likes, he's finding it interesting, I would say. He's an electrical engineer. But anyway, so he had told me he wanted to take, Saturday off from his, he doesn't work, he works from home, but he doesn't work on weekends and holiday. But he said, I just need one day to, kind of chill out. But he wanted to go out yesterday, so we went out twice. And the first time, I will tell him, and every time he does this, if one could question why I go along with it, and one could question why he does it. Okay, but let's just skip past this. But he would say, oh, I want to, he'd see the order, come pop up, or the offer, depending on how you see it, into for a food delivery. Okay, he'd see it pop up and say, oh, I want to do that. No, he's not doing it, I am, I'm driving, and he's looking at it, reading them to me. So look, we should do that, we should do that, we should do that, this kind of thing. I'm like, look. And I know I'm really getting better at this area because I go out by myself too, out around here. And so anyway, one of them he decided to take, and I said, whenever you do that, it always winds up bad. Pretty much always. Pretty much winds up bad when I say, no. And he said, oh, come on. I just want to see. Those are his typical words, is, oh, come on, I want to see. And it winds up bad. So, this one was one of them. He knows I don't like to be anywhere near the interstates, the suburb north of Dallas, and nowhere near the service road, interstate, toll highway, whatever you call them, I don't know. No, because all that's going to be just a cluster. You know what I'm saying? And, no. And what's off of there is often, not always, but in some parts, truly sketchy. Just plain sketchy. And this is one of the places we went to yesterday. I like to use the word sketchy. I might be using it wrong. But when we drove in, he said, "What is this place?" And said a hotel or apartments. And I just look and say, "I don't know." And I've never seen it before. And we drive on, to park. A woman comes out with a man behind her, and then they get in a car next to us. As they're doing that, he said, "Is this a whorehouse?" And I said, "Sure seems like it," or something like that. But I don't know what I would call that place. I'd say it's between just people not having the funds, just got into town, or not knowing, like I have done that before myself, seriously, not too many years ago. And it just looked like a hotel. Seriously. It was a big hotel, one with a big name. And it was, one with a big name. And I found out that basically the guy had asked me if I had a business. I was there on business, and I said, "What kind of business?" Long and short, but anyway, I didn't really think, I didn't see anything, nothing, yeah. But anyway, to get to this one, so Adam had said that, and I had an order I was going to deliver. It was too much for me to hold at one time, and actually, I wanted Adam to go with me, and he wanted to go with me. Okay. So it was only to the second floor, no problem, right? Well, he walked ahead of me, and he had the 2 drinks. One was, and I couldn't put it in my bag, couldn't hold it with something. It was awkward. The thing wouldn't hold right, and I can't bring the food and that. And I have a bag that has the things for the sodas and such. But one was ice cream, one was a big, huge soda. Okay, so he brought those. And so he was walking up the stairs ahead of me, and he just went on, it had, how do you describe it, a railing around the, a walkway around on the outside. It wasn't something inside. And it had a railing. Well, that railing wasn't very high. Anyway, I got up to the last step, and it was like actually higher than all the other ones. And I got there. I mean, I'm not a short woman, but I'm tall actually. And when I did that, what do you call it? The walkway, the whatever, it wraps around. It was not flat. It actually, the place was so old, or whatever. It actually went down. Okay, and it's not supposed to go down. It's supposed to be flat. And that threw me because I definitely was not expecting that. And the rail was right there. I'm a tall woman, and I almost, the momentum and all. And it was like, oh my God, that I could have been killed. I'm like, what is this? And plus it had a really bad odor there. Like Adam said, it smells like sewage. I said, do you notice this? And it did. It smelled like sewage. And so we delivered, and that was all sketchy. They had to have a PIN number and all this stuff. There was just one woman. She had a cute little dog, though. But it was a young woman, said it must have been her brother who did it. Okay. And anyway, so we left from there, and it's seriously, the walkway is tilted. I mean, seriously, tilted, and you can see that the concrete on it is all cracked and everything. So when that happened, I started having a panic attack. I'm serious; these panic attacks are coming way too close, but that's natural panic. You know, I know the difference. My degrees are in psychology, sociology, and I had seen a career counselor one time. I mean, years ago. The thing was, she wanted to turn it around to where I was her counselor. It was weird. I had to stop. This was many years ago. And anyway, so that was one thing. I think maybe this might just be a video to itself. And I don't know if I add the other one to it, but that was just so weird. You know, just two. I mean, the building was crumbling or something, and people were living in it. Why? I mean, how is that allowed to exist? Seriously. How is it allowed to exist? Now, I'm not totally stupid. I mean, I'm not. I'm actually have a genius IQ. Okay? And I'm a sociologist, career student, all that. So I'm not stupid to this, but it's just shocking. That's a lot of people's lives in danger. And just walking up the stairs and getting to that and it goes down. Just think of how you're trying to balance. Especially like if you're moving something in. Or you have something heavy in your hands. Or you just have something in your hands. You know, you're just there visiting. You don't expect that. I don't know why it didn't bother Adam, but stuff doesn't really bother Adam. So, anyway. Okay, like I said, I started this off to tell a different one. But you could question this one too. People who are in a place like that, do they think about and they're ordering food to be delivered? Do they think about anything like, maybe I should just not? Because what kind of place, I mean, the one I'm going to tell is really much different, but much worse at the same time. But just in this one, who would do that? Who would have somebody, and that was during the day, the guy was at work, and it could have been a brother-sister thing, and they were naive to themselves. But the whole thing of where it was, how the building was, and what it may have been mainly. Some people need to think, okay, and I wonder about people, why, the kind of people who don't think. Okay, I'm sending somebody out there to deliver this, to a place that's like that. Now, it could be that these are people who think like, I have in the past, but I don't live in any place scary or anything like that, but I've thought about the people who are doing this. Maybe they, like me, they think, okay, I'm setting myself up for a possibility of being sent to a place that is very sketchy. And as people say, know your area. Well, I can tell you where I live, there is no knowing the area. I mean, I would spend my life trying to see every place. And the way that these places so far, these food delivery services so far around here, has been that I don't know where I'm going exactly, until I go there. Well, they have that few seconds on one of them, the other one's a little longer. But I'm driving. It's almost always. I have to be in my auto, my SUV, and it has to be in motion. It has to be driving down the road before they'll send me any offers. Most often. Okay. And then those that they send, I've yet to be able to get one like from home that was any good. And I don't know, because it could be because they zone places, these kind of places, nice areas. They don't let stuff be too close to it. But anyway, that's not as bad as the next one that I'm totally baffled by. And maybe, like I said, I'll just do this one, and then I've done one similar to it, but I don't know where I put that video. I must not have written it in the title. I have more than one channel I'm using. I'm just trying to see which one is actually going to like it, like these kinds of videos. And I don't have any intention of being on camera. I've been doing videos for 9 years on my original channel. This is not my original channel. And unless I decide to put it on it. But I've been on plenty times on camera. I just don't feel like it. I just don't care to anymore. And I go through my own phases and such. But I mean, that was a combination of things. Plus, it was kind of like weird hidden behind and all that. And there was also when I was pulling out to get on the service road, because it was off the interstate, and I had to turn from the restaurant onto there. It was so busy. Yesterday was Saturday, and holiday, Labor Day weekend, and somebody... Okay, this video is kind of a messed up video anyway, and I had to delete some off of that end of that, and it wasn't even showing up. But I was deleting something because I lifted the phone up, and I didn't want that in the video, but it wasn't showing up at the same time. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I don't know where I left off, but still, now who sets people up for something like that? Were they thinking about the person and you know, what they're going to be putting that person through? Now, the next one is more like, could it be that they did know what they were putting this person through? And scary. Like I said, Adam called it, you know, that he felt that strong sense. Now, me, I would have probably felt terror. I think it's still, you know, because I had to focus so hard on getting out of there that I didn't feel anything, you know. That not that deep. Mine was just get us out of here. That's so focused, you know, laser focus. Get us out of here without falling off and such. But who sets people up to go into places that are bad? I mean, we know our neighbors. We know our neighborhood. We know. I mean, maybe we don't know our neighborhood, but we know how it is to get into that. I mean, unless you never leave your home to go to town or go grocery shopping or anywhere outside of it, you probably know what it would feel like for somebody who's not from there to come in there. I mean, if it's some kind of dangerous roads or real windy or whatever, bad neighborhood, you see. So when you have to question, well, people that live there, they can't order anything. Well, you're setting somebody up for what? You know, I think people need to think about that. Now, I'm not one to go and just say, all these customers. That bothers me. That really bothers me when people say, these customers. No. It's these particular ones. These particular people who do this. Not everybody. With all that whole dichotomous thinking. It's all or nothing. They don't see any shades of gray. Let's really make it, force it, and say, you know, to make it sound so grand or whatever they're thinking. Everybody, they're exaggerating. Everybody or nobody, you know. So no. Anyway, it's weird. Here it is in North Central Texas. We've been under this heat dome, and so far I've been hearing a lot of. I thought somebody was bringing the trash from the road. The trash was not at the road, but it was making this real loud noise. It was thunder. What was that? I don't think we've heard that for over a month and a half, close to 2 months. But yeah, I just heard it when I cut it off. Anyway, wrapping it up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.